dark or depressing or emo that is maybe serious. And then like saying some ridiculous shit, talking about hopping into a kangaroo's pouch, talking about koala bears, talking about otters and Mars. Like, I actually love you guys, and I really do appreciate your support. The reason I'm even here is because, you know, I want to fuel that connection however I can. You know what I'm saying? So, I got a lot of serious things to say, but the reality is I feel like nowadays people aren't really talking like that. So I would much rather say nothing than try to say something and not be heard. The reality is when you're on the internet, you're going to be misunderstood whether you try to be misunderstood or not. So if you try to be understood on the internet, it's a fucking failing battle, you know? And so part of me would rather lean in to being drastically misunderstood, because it just like, maybe it just provides me a little sense of comfort and control, like I'm doing this, you know, when in reality, like you will be misunderstood regardless of, you could be telling the truth and people will think it's funny, you could be telling a joke and people are gonna believe you. And so, yeah, like, tendency towards crazy. I can access the crazy realm a little bit easier than most people, but I really, really do appreciate you guys and seeing the same names. I try to remember, I try my best to like, you know, traverse with y'all however I can on that front, because like I don't remember y'all's names on Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. It's like there's so many different usernames, like you know, like, but I know when I see the same names pop up and shit, Shelby, like, you know, Ashrew. Why do I remember this Whataburger thing? I remember this Whataburger joke, like living behind a Whataburger, but I can't remember exactly. Oh shit, 30 new messages? Okay, I see. But yeah, yeah, and like, you know, it's not easy for me to like remember that y'all love me, but like having these interactions and stuff is a reminder of that. And I'm happy that I can offer and do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy y'all appreciate the things that I have put out there. And I want to be able to share, the moments that I have. Like, I don't capture moments and I don't feel, inclined to document anyone's story or journey for any other reason than for it to be appreciated on an elevated level, you know? And so I gain nothing from gatekeeping. I gain nothing from holding footage back or anything like that. It's all a matter of, for me, like, I just want to release it in a way that where it can be appreciated, where it can reach the people that will appreciate it the most. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, for me, it's just, I can be pretty indecisive and I can overthink a lot of stuff, but what I'm working with is like infinite in many ways, but I still think that there's I'm not only an artist, I'm also a documentarian, like, you know, so it's like as much as what I post and what I make is an expression of myself and my art and my feelings and stuff, it's also like dependent on whoever I'm shooting, you know, often the Suicide Boys, Ghostman, there's a lot of these people, these subjects, these people, these relationships that I have artistically to like documenting a certain subject's story and journey. So it's like, I do respect the documentarian element of it too. And I want to be able to share from a history and from a storytelling angle. Like, you know, the reality is like, motherfuckers are dying. Motherfuckers are getting older. Like, I know way too many people who have died. And it worries me just because, I mean, obviously it's terribly heartbreaking on a human level, but from an artistic level and everything, it's it's like there's stories that are dying with them. You know what I'm saying? There's history that's dying with them. And so like I don't know. But I want to share my story, of course. And I think as a photographer and videographer, that's something that I'm always going to do. Just by the nature of releasing photos and videos, you know what I'm saying? It's partly my story as well. But I feel a particular responsibility to like tell certain aspects of this underground story and share it with everyone, because there's a lot of like lost history, I guess, you know, and like it's not going to be like a history book level of history, but it's like to whom it may concern, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that care really fucking care. And I don't know, that means something to me. And so it's just I guess, I mean, I'm just hovering really around the point of that. I really appreciate y'all, and it's really special to me to see the same people and pull up, you know what I'm saying, and just, even if they're just sending heart emojis and saying whatever, it's like, however you know me, whoever you found me through, like, I appreciate you, and yeah, thanks. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we all have an obligation on this planet to like give whatever we have to give. And I've spent a lot of time. Hold me, I'm scary. Thank you, G. I don't know what that means, but it was cool, and I appreciate it. Yeah, we gotta have fun along the way, but like we also have to give away what we have to offer. You know what I'm saying? I've spent so much time like being like, oh, is what I have to offer meaningful? Is this good? Is this like, thank you, Shay. Thank you. But it's like, it's not my job to figure out what I have to offer. My job is to offer it. And so I just think like if more of us could try to give what we have to offer, the world would be a better place. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's just to the people who are closest to us. You know what I'm saying? Like I never expected to feel this sort of responsibility that I do to impact people positively. But like I just don't like how I see certain things in the world happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a lot of injustice, and I think that emotionally we have a lot of work to do as human beings, and I think if we talk to each other more and honored our gifts, it would, you know, it would translate to a lot better place, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. That's my diatribe. I don't want to get too serious because I've said enough, but yeah, you know, just to be clear, I don't want to like genuinely confuse people to the point where they like leave because they're like, what the fuck is this dude on? Like he's talking about in an Australian accent and then he's doing this and that, you know what I mean? Like I've presented myself as a crazy person, like, and that's fun for me because like the reality is I do have a loose screw, and like I'd rather you think I have 10 loose screws than judge me for having one loose screw. So if you think I have 10, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like the reality is I'm going to push a lot of people away, but at least I don't have to be hurt by them in their judgment. You know, I don't think that's a healthy way of operating exactly. You know what I mean? But the reality is like, I'm not going to sacrifice my individuality. I'm not going to sacrifice my integrity. I'm not going to sacrifice what I believe in to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? So I would much rather you think that I'm crazy. I'd much rather you think that I'm incompetent. I'd much rather you think that I'm unhinged than to get close to me and think that I'm normal and then be disappointed. Because I'm not. You know what I mean? And I don't think many people are, but we spend a lot of time trying to fit in and not get kicked out of the tribe. And it's embarrassing. It's not flattering. It doesn't push us forward as humans. It makes us worse. So please look in the mirror, realize that you're beautiful, and realize that you have shit to give to the world. It might not be a Suicide Boys video. It might not be a Lil Peep photo. You know what I mean? I couldn't have imagined Suicide Boys and Peep from where I was standing when I started my journey. So please follow your interests, follow your passions. Like, don't be afraid to temporarily hurt people's feelings around you so you can get to a place that you believe in, so you can explore something that's interesting to you. Without getting too woo-woo about it, like, we need you. You know what I'm saying? We need real people. We need people to follow their heart, follow their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I was going to sit here and discredit myself and be like, oh, well, everyone in this chat just likes me because of the Suicide Boys, and no. It's like, then I'm discrediting the people who appreciate me as an artist past that. I'm discrediting the people who like this other video from me. You know what I mean? Why can't I be grateful for the 8 people who like me for more than that, for the 80 people who like me for more than that? However, this is to whom it may concern. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's the rant. Take from it what you will. I try to shake up the snow globe. I think we all have a responsibility to be better people, and even when we can't be Mother Teresa, even when we can't go out there and like do charity work or like fucking do something like that, like you can honestly express yourself to another human being, and takes a lot of courage. You know what I'm saying? Like there's been plenty of times I've told rappers like, hey bro, I know you don't need to hear this, but I'm just saying, like, I know you're going through woo-woo at the record label. Like, please keep your head up, dude. You're a great artist. Like, I've never seen anyone who, like, treats the studio like you do. You're super disciplined. And like, think I'm not going to get a response, or think I'm just going to get emojis from them or something. And they say, like, yo, bro, Max, bro. Like, what the fuck? No one's ever told me that. I love you, dude. Thank you for saying that to me. You know what I'm saying? And we grossly underestimate how we can positively impact the people around us. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather run the risk of being annoying than run the risk of not saying something that needs to be heard by someone that I care about. You know what I'm saying? So clearly I can rant about this a lot, but I'll leave that there. I appreciate y'all. Now I can just like sit on the live like other people and wait for it to dwindle to 0. And then I lose the will to live and I go to sleep. You know what? Be yourself. I like Diet Coke more than Coke Zero. Yeah, I know it doesn't taste like Coke. as much as Coke Zero. It's its own thing. Be yourself. Diet Coke slushy? Fuck me.